What up, World Warrior Team? Back at it again. Welcome to the episode. Today we're talking about one of the wildest rivalries in gaming history, Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3. This wasn't just a console war, it was a cultural shift. One system had all the hype, the other had all the heat, literally. And somehow the Xbox 360 still came out on top, even with one of the most infamous issues in gaming history, the Red Ring of Death. I had an Xbox 360, I had a PS3. I hardly ever played my PS3. The Xbox 360 was better in every aspect, from the games they had to the Xbox Live. Everything was better. Xbox 360 was the best system. It had the best games. Let's talk about it and let me know in the comments what you think. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share and all that good stuff. Welcome to the new generation arrives, 2005, 2006. When Xbox 360 dropped in 2005, Microsoft was coming off the original Xbox, which had decent success, but nothing compared to the Sony's PlayStation 2 dominance. Then a year later in 2006, Sony came in late with the PS3. On paper, the PS3 should have crushed it. It had Blu-ray, it had power, it had brand loyalty. But here's the catch, it also had a price tag of $599. Meanwhile, the Xbox 360 came out earlier, cheaper, and with a killer lineup of games. Microsoft didn't just make a console, they made a community. Xbox Live was fast, smooth, and way ahead of its time. For the first time, gamers weren't just playing, they were connecting. So I had both systems, like I said. I got them, I got the Xbox first, and then I got the PlayStation 3, which is funny because I was a big PlayStation 2 fan. I played the shit out of that. And when the PlayStation 3 was announced, I was like, I'm gonna get a PlayStation 3, but I waited till the price came down. But in the meantime, I wanted a new system, so I got the Xbox. I was not even an Xbox guy. I got the Xbox and I was hooked. I love the Xbox. I love Xbox Live. The graphics were good, the games were good. I eventually got a PlayStation 3 later when the price came down. Not gonna front, that was the main reason why I got an Xbox in the first place. I wasn't paying $600 for a fucking video game at the time. So I got the Xbox first, ended up getting the PlayStation later. When I got the PlayStation, I wasn't even really playing it. I was still playing the 360. The PlayStation was just not up to par, in my opinion, to the Xbox 360. And like I said, I wasn't even an Xbox person. I was a PlayStation guy. And the Xbox 360 got me to switch over. The games that built the empire. The Xbox 360 secret weapon, exclusives. When you think of that era, you think Halo 3, Gears of War, Forza, Mass Effect, Left 4 Dead, Fable 2. Those games defined the generation. They weren't just fun, they were spectacles. Epic cinema and built around co-op and multiplayer. The Xbox absolutely dominated. While Sony was struggling with complicated hardware and late releases, Xbox was giving players what they wanted right now. So my favorite game out of all those games was Fable. I fucking love Fable. And it was only on Xbox. So they got me right there. Fable 2 was amazing. One of my favorite games all time on the Xbox. Actually, one of my favorite games to this date. I love the way that game played on the Xbox. I loved everything about it. And like I said, I loved Xbox, and Xbox Live was amazing. When I played my sports games, playing online was like a whole community. I still got friends that I met on Xbox 360 that I still talk to today. So Xbox 360 knew what they were doing, and PS3 was just trying to catch up, in my opinion. Xbox Live changed everything. Before the 360, online gaming was clunky. Then came Xbox Live with party chat, friend lists, gamer tags, and downloadable content. It was revolutionary. You could talk to friends across states, team up for matches, or trash talk strangers in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Meanwhile, the PS3's online service felt like a dollar store version. It was free but unstable, limited, and years behind in polish. Xbox charged for Live, but people gladly paid it because it worked. That alone gave Microsoft the edge. So I remember paying for Xbox Live. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was per month. I didn't mind paying for it because the online experience was fucking great. When I went to PS3, it was free, but the online experience was the worst. It was so bad. I guess you pay for what you get for, and playing NBA 2K on Xbox 360 compared to PS3 was definitely different experiences. It was so much better on Xbox. All the sports games, in my opinion, were better on Xbox compared to PS3. And like I said, maybe it was because you get what you pay for. PS3 was free, and it was shitty connection. It was shitty interface. Everything was bad about it. Xbox Live you had to pay for, so it was better. It was more. The speeds were more up to date. It was just a better experience overall. The Red Ring of Death. But here's the twist. The Xbox 360 wasn't perfect. In fact, it had one of the biggest hardware failures in gaming history. The Red Ring of Death. 3 flashing red lights on a console meant your system was dead. Millions of consoles overheated and broke down. It was embarrassing to Microsoft, but here's what's wild. People kept buying them. Players found crazy ways to fix it, from the towel trick, wrapping the console in a towel to hit and reset the solder joints, to flipping it upside down, drilling holes for ventilation, and using external fans. It was janky science, but it showed how loyal people were. Gamers would literally risk melting plastic just to play Halo 3 again. So my story with the Red Ring of Death, I love the Xbox so much, I bought the fucking system 3 times. So I bought the original system, I got the Red Ring of Death, I started doing the towel thing. After about 2 months, the towel thing stopped working.
Aaron, this isn't a new problem, but it may be getting worse as hot new titles get lots of gameplay, and this happens.
What are your red lights?
Ah, the red rings of doom signal that your Xbox 360 is fried. Microsoft hasn't specified the cause, but users say the console's cooling system just can't take the heat of a lot of play.
So I went and bought another one. So I had that PlayStation for about a year, and then the red ring happened again. I did the towel thing on that one, and it worked for another 2 months, and then I had to buy another one.
Then there are the self-help videos on YouTube.
You're gonna need some towels for this.
And the famous towel trick, you wrap the Xbox to get it really, really hot, then let it cool, and bingo, it works. Ethan LaVoy in Los Angeles, though, found out that works only temporarily.
It worked the first time, but then when I turned it off and came back the next day and tried again, it didn't work.
So I bought 3 fucking Xbox 360s. I love that system so much. The last one nothing happened to it. I just moved on to the next system after that. But I bought that shit 3 times. And that's how dedicated people were to this system, because it was such a good system. That Red Ring of Death shit didn't fucking stop you from buying another one. And when that shit first happened, I didn't know nothing about the Red Ring, first of all, because I bought my shit brand new out of the box. And when that shit happened, I was like, what the fuck is this? I had to look up online ways of fucking trying to fix it, and the towel trick was the first thing that came up, so I used that a couple of times. I was like, oh, this shit worked. So I used that a couple of times, and like I said, eventually it stopped working, and I had to buy the new one 2 more times after that. But you know your system is fire when even a fucking factory thing that ruins every Xbox 360 won't stop it from getting sales. That probably boosted its sales too, because a lot of people bought the shit again and again. Microsoft's redemption. To their credit, Microsoft didn't run from the problem. They owned it. They extended warranties, repaired systems for free, and spent over $1 billion fixing the issue. The transparency saved their brand.
Now, for Microsoft, consumer complaints and a lawsuit could not have come at a worse time. The company admitting over the summer that Xbox did have problems, setting aside that $1 billion and extending Xbox warranties.
By 2008, the redesigned models like the Xbox 360 Elite and Slim fixed the problem. And by then, the console reputation had already solidified. The damage was physical, not emotional. Gamers forgave them because the experience was unmatched.
Gamers like Jason Bean have been blogging about it. He says Microsoft's been great in sending out a box for him to ship back his Xbox. He just has to wait.
Mine just crashed this holiday season. My son's birthday is coming up this Saturday. We're going to get him some new games. But with the Xbox out of commission, getting him a game he can't play for another 3 to 5 weeks is pretty much a downer for him.
But one fix may not be enough. The Betcher brothers in Minneapolis play a lot, and they've gotten to know Microsoft tech support quite well.
One Xbox has been sent back 3 times, which would be our 4th Xbox. The other 2 Xboxes were sent back once, so we're on our 2nd Xbox on each one of those.
We sent one back that had couldn't read the disc and it was freezing when you started it. So we sent it back, get one back, turn it on. It didn't even work.
I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I never got any of the extended warranties, and I never got my system repaired at a shop for free. I just bought 2 new systems. Actually, they weren't new systems. I bought them from the pawn shop, so I never got those warranties, which I guess I missed out on. But it was good that they paid to get those shits fixed because it was all their problem. They spent $1 billion, but I'm pretty sure they got that fucking money back from all the consoles sold and the games they sold it on the 360. Sony's misstep and catch up. Sony underestimated how much the Xbox 360 would dominate early on. The PS3 cell processor was powerful, but impossible to develop for games like Bayonetta and Elder Scrolls 4. Oblivion ran worse on PS3, and that high price kept casual gamers away. By the time Sony found its footing with exclusives like Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us, the Xbox 360 had already locked in an entire player base. In the US and UK, Xbox was a console. It became the system everyone's friends had, which made it the one you had to have. So like I said, I had both of them. All my friends was on Xbox 360 though. I would jump on PS3 every now and then, but it wasn't my choice for gaming at that time. But they fucked up with the price range and the online. They never estimated that people would go to Microsoft when they had the powerful console. And they were wrong. Cultural impact. The Xbox 360 became the symbol of modern gaming. It brought us achievements. That achievement unlocked sound was addictive. It gave us custom gamer tags, avatar profiles, and downloadable indie games before Steam took over. The green ring became a badge of pride. You see a glowing power button and knew it was game time. It didn't just compete with PlayStation, it changed how we thought about gaming as a shared social experience. That's one thing, the main thing that Xbox got right. It leaned more into playing with other people, talking to people online. That's where we're at today. Social media is big, and at the time, 360 just pushed us closer to what we are right now with the online gaming and playing with other people that you don't know, people from around the world. That was a huge step in gaming, and to this day, it's big in gaming today. Legacy. By the end of the 7th generation, both systems had sold roughly the same amount worldwide, but in the US, Xbox 360 reigned supreme. It launched earlier, had a better online ecosystem and more community-driven games, and built a brand identity that people still miss today. Even with the red ring of death, the Xbox 360 became a symbol of resilience. It proved that a company could make mistakes and still win by listening to its fans and delivering pure fun. Xbox did it right, PlayStation did it wrong, but PlayStation has made up for it in the past 2 generations of gaming with PS4 and the PS5, which is by far better than both Xbox systems that's came out since. But that 360 gave them something to fight for. I think the 360 pushed PlayStation to be better. And I guess they can have credit for that because they won that gaming war, in my opinion. Even though they sold roughly the same amount of systems and games, Xbox 360 won that console war. So yeah, the Xbox 360 didn't just beat the PlayStation 3 with graphics or specs. It won with timing, connection, and community. It made gaming social, cinematic, and global, even through hardware failures and towel tricks. For a generation of gamers, that glowing green ring meant more than just power, it meant possibility. That's gonna do it for the episode. Thank you guys for watching. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you decided to give me a couple minutes of your time. Time is valuable, so I truly appreciate it. Hope I didn't waste it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments what you think about the video. What can I do to go better? I'm moving closer to the mic because people said that they can't really hear me, so I'm trying to do that. That's gonna do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. You've been watching